and welcome back to RubberStamps.com. Today we are going to be creating a September bullet journal using this lovely stamp set by RubberStamps and a set of markers. We are going to be using some very pretty fall muted colors for this, and this is a really easy bullet journal for anyone to do. Super simple. So with that, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is take our stamps and line them up on the page so that we know exactly where we want them before we start the next step. This is going to allow us to make sure they're spaced correctly and that everything looks good before we start coloring in with our markers. So we are just going to do that with the first row. And then I'm also going to line up a few just on the middle row as well, just to see what we're going with. Then we're going to start with one of our markers. We can remove the first stamp and we are just going to draw a blobby shape. This is really just however you want to do it. It can be super intuitive. It's not a difficult shape to draw. Just some sort of blob that we're going to fill in with the marker. Then we're going to line that back up, make sure it looks good, before moving on to our next color. And we are just going to repeat this process. You just want to make sure to vary the shapes each time. Now we are using a black archival ink and we are just going to stamp over the top of each of the blobs that we created in this first row. Super simple, but it looks really cute when you're done. And we are just going to repeat the process for the rest of the page, leaving a gap in the middle of the page because that's where we're going to write the month of September. But again, we can just repeat this process, drawing the blobs and stamping over the top of them. So here's what we have once we have finished doing all of that. Now we're just going to take our black marker and write the word September in kind of a funky, fun little font. Moving on to the next page, we are going to be doing a book tracker for the month where we can track what books we read and include things like our rating and how many pages the book was. So we're going to start by just writing the title at the top of the page, Books of the Month. Next, we are going to take our ruler and create a large rectangle around the border of the page. We're just going to leave a little bit of space on the sides with a bigger amount of space on the bottom. Then I counted 3 dots down from the top line, so I can draw the next line where we're going to write title, page number, and rating, and then we can divide the rest of this out into a grid so that we can keep track of our books. Now for the fun part, we are going to go in with some stamps and some embellishments and just decorate the page. You can do this however you want. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing for this example, but this just gives you a little inspiration for what you can do with your Book of the Month page. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and just gave you a little bit of inspiration for your September bullet journals. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to see more content like this. We will see you next time.